When the United States allows Venezuelan oil to be sold under sanctions waivers, who really controls the money and who ultimately benefits from it? Venezuela's government has long been entangled with corruption, drug trafficking, and authoritarian control.
How are we to assure the American people that the money that's going to Venezuela is not going to any of the cartels or drug running?
We are in the transition and stabilization phase. We are just acknowledging reality, and that is you have to work with the people that are in charge of the elements of government. We've only made one payment, and that payment we did, and retrospectively will be audited, but it was important we made that payment because they had to meet payroll, they had to keep sanitation workers, police officers, government workers on staff. It was a $300 million payment.
Right. Do you still believe that the U.S. benefits from NATO? It's been a very fuzzy message over the last year. And do you agree that we're stronger in confronting China when we do so with like-minded partners, and that China is still the number one threat that we face in the United States?
I would say that I think our alliances in NATO ultimately are something that's going to work out. Our partners understand the importance of the U.S. presence in NATO. Without the U.S., there is no NATO. And we understand that in order for NATO to be stronger, our partners need to be stronger. And one of the things we've explained to our allies in NATO is the United States is not simply focused on Europe. We also have defense needs in the Western Hemisphere. We have defense needs in the Indo-Pacific.
Exactly why we want to have allies and partners to help us as we're looking at conflicts around the world. And when we antagonize our allies and partners, and when we send Canada to do a trade deal with China instead of coming to New Hampshire or the United States, it weakens our ability to confront our adversaries.
Yeah. Without the United States, the countries of Europe would have to spend 10% of their GDP for the next 20 years to be able to make up the whole.
And I'm not arguing that point with you. As I said, I agree with what the president has asked of our European allies. What I'm arguing with you about is that his rhetoric is undermining NATO and our partnerships with our allies, and that's the problem.